Welcome to the Cinescape podcast, where we're changing the landscape of movie and TV news and reviews. Do not adjust your dials. We are coming to you live on a Saturday night here from the Toxic Radio Studios in Westville, New Jersey. I am, of course, Sean Harrigan, joined as always by the rowdy one, Rowdy Roddy Tozzy. What's up, Billiam?
Fucking feels great to be back on Saturdays.
Yeah,
right?
it's good. You know, we don't have the hangover of a Saturday night coming into the studio on a Sunday.
We're creating the hangover.
That's right. We're gonna be hungover tomorrow from the show.
It's fake news. It's honestly fake.
But yeah, we also have somebody who is usually behind the scenes sitting up at the big desk today. We have producer extraordinaire Michael Frangolino.
It's nice sitting this close to you guys.
Right?
I'm enjoying the smell, the aroma.
What kind of aroma?
Well,
I'm enjoying that aroma too.
For once, it's not.
Stop whining.
It's not the aroma of shame from a Saturday night of drinking too much and just making an ass out of yourself. It's nice. It's the pre-aroma to the shame.
Right.
But I like it.
So, Mike, you know, I wanted to bring something up the other night. I was on the Facebook.
On the I love how he says
with
the
no
Facebook.
with no dicks in my ass at the time. Okay.
At the time.
Now, I saw you were on the Facebook Live video. I forget what show it was. I think it was the chubby dudes that do the sports show or something like that.
Joy Buzzer.
Maybe. I don't know. But it appeared that you were wearing dress pants and a dress shirt tucked in. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did I see that? I mean, it was a little off angle.
Because she's got a great ass.
And he's got a great ass. And I just wanted to confirm that was correct.
Yes.
And I know that we've been having telephone issues here. So, you know, I wanted to call in, but it was a little too late.
Yes. Okay. So where are we going with this?
Well, first off, I mean, you're not ever professional for our show, which makes me wonder what we're doing wrong here.
So Big Mike over here, Big Mike, Toxic Mike, myself, you know.
You're right.
I don't go half-assed on anything, so the job I started back in October, my day job, I do have two jobs, basically, there and Toxic. I started back in October, and within, you know, only a couple of months, I became management. Went from a temp to management, and now I have to actually dress like I give a shit.
Get out!
No way.
And everybody makes fun of him when he comes in after work all dressed up. They're like, wait a minute, what?
Mike, do you know what a tie clip is?
Well, no, okay, so really, do you want me to be serious about this?
Yeah, let's be serious.
Okay.
Because I dress to the nines every day.
No other manager in my department dressed nice. They all wore jeans and t-shirts because there was no
fake news.
No dress code.
Fake news.
So I took it upon myself, which probably makes me the asshole to all the other people I work with, to say, you know what? I'm going to dress the part. So I just
fucking dockers.
I decided
right?
it doesn't matter.
Dockers.
And
Hagar, relax fit.
Button-up shirt. And you know what? I started doing it.
V-neck?
And I thought
you got a V-neck underneath?
I thought the tie would be a little too much. Then they probably would slash my tires. So I went ahead and just kept it simple. But then slowly but surely, they all called me a brown noser. But guess what they're all doing now?
They're dressing up.
Yeah.
So here's what you do. So here's coming up next. Mike Frangolino, Senior Vice President of Algon Corporation.
You guys got to go back to Saturdays only because Sean is on point on Saturdays.
Right?
Shit.
He's sharp. He's sharp.
He is sharp on
You know what else is
Saturdays.
sharp?
Whoa! You know, Sundays he's just lagging. You know what I mean? The weekends totally beat him. Home Depot, Lowe's,
Rough.
TJ Maxx. But you know, but you know what, Mike? The next step should be is now that you obviously have evolved the wardrobe and you're making others catch on in the workplace. What the thing is that let me ask you right now: are you top button undone?
I go back and forth. Sometimes I do the top button. Sometimes I do the top button undone. Depends.
Other times he wears an ascot.
Depends
Oh
my god! Depends on the style of the shirt.
Yeah.
I have gotten some comments when I do the top button.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I do.
So
now I've been looking at ties and thinking if I should go to the tie side.
Well, listen. I'm your man if you need to get dressed up. All right.
You gonna dress me?
I'll dress you. All right.
Yeah, it's J. Crew over here.
The first thing you need to know is about being a manager is it's this whole disheveled look that you got to have. It's got to be I'm a manager, but I'm also in the thicket of things, and I'm dealing with shit that nobody else deals with throughout the day, and you're goddamn lucky that I have the goddamn sanity to come in here day after day and deal with your shit and not have a complete drinking problem. Only that I do drink to forget that I actually have a drinking problem. Okay?
Here's all that management is. Management is
fake.
It's a buffed up turd. It's a shiny turd. Yeah. We're all pieces of shit. Everybody's a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. We're all pieces of shit.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
All management is a piece of shit that cares a little bit more and looks a little better.
It's a nice piece of shit. It's honestly, listen, if you were in Trump Towers right now, I would pay you $100,000 to eat this piece of golden poop. Okay? It's honestly fantastic. It's the best poop in the world.
I've been watching marathons of The Office recently.
I know.
And he says that with such disdain and hatred. Yeah. Like, why are you doing that?
Don't care.
But continue.
But honestly, watching that, like, Michael, what's his name in that? What's his name?
Winslow?
No. Michael Scott, no, his real name.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell in that show.
I only watched the British Office, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, fuck you with your fucking Ricky Gervais. Eat a dick.
Good for you. Ricky Gervais is the man. Fuck you.
No. He is great. But I tried to watch the British Office, and I didn't like it. I like the American version.
Oh, do you now?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry.
Wait, will you put off with the word cunt usage?
Could you tell me a little bit more about The Office today?
That accent takes me out of everything.
You completely
takes me out of everything.
Listen.
What the fuck is wrong with you, you dizzy cunt?
Listen. All right, here you are sitting here eating your fish and chips, all right, which over in England, our chips are actual chips, okay? And you can play the Balkan Skull song for all I care, okay?
That accent. It's like razors.
It's like
through
razors.
my brain. I don't care how hot of a chick you are. You come out with that accent, I'm walking away.
Listen,
dude, we're completely opposite because when a chick talks with a British accent, I get a chub no other.
Oh, DJ, will you eat my poon?
Oh, yes, please.
No, please. If you twat waffle.
If she's got a French accent, if she's got an Australian accent, fine.
I'm
British
from
accent,
Austria.
She can have a Vietnamese.
The Australian accent is a version of the British accent.
She can have a Vietnamese accent, but if she has a British accent, she's out. Sean is over here like, what the hell happened?
Sean's like, I've lost total control of the Cinescape.
Pretty much.
This is what happens when I sit at the big boy table.
The one and only incarnation of Cinescape management talk here.
Listen. There's.
But what I was going to let me finish my point.
Okay.
So the whole thing was The Office.
The Office.
That is the way. That's the way all management wants to act and wants to just treat everybody.
Right.
Just totally off the fucking rocker, just roller coaster. That's the way we want to do it.
Absolutely.
But we have to act like we have morals and we actually care.
That's the thing.
When we tell you to flip the connector, just flip the connector.
Listen, we're going to call Barbara out in Parsippany, New Jersey, wherever she's at right now, and let her know that, listen, your job at soldering connectors is really not on par with the corporate standard of soldering. Is that correct, Michael?
That's right.
Fuck Barbara.
Look.
Exactly. She's going to be. Listen, let's give her a pink slip starting, let's say Tuesday.
Right.
Let her come back to work for one day, only to fire her, and let her think about the rest of the week and what a shame of a failure that she is.
The best.
What are you going to say?
The best thing about toxic is. The best thing about toxic
is that we don't play it safe.
There's no polishing a turd. We all know we're shit.
But you can polish a turd. The Mythbusters proved it.
Sucking piece of gutter trash.
Sean,
would you like
to take the show somewhere?
Yeah, well, let's get it.
Sean,
I'm uncomfortably trying to rush you guys out of this stupid ass conversation.
I totally understand
because we have a lot of shit to talk about.
I know, but you know what? At that point, since Mike is on the show at this point, and he's now gonna have to bear with me doing a British English accent for
Jesus Christ. I hate it.
A good portion of the remaining.
Oh, please.
Mike's gonna actually buy our last half hour of the airtime, so which means we can actually go a little bit longer than usual. Fantastic fish and chips.
Durka.
I just touched myself and now my nipple's hard. Oh, wow.
Can Can I go one thing into movies? I know I'm taking away more of your precious time.
Yes,
Very
you
But
are.
because he is saying something, I cannot stand movies with subtitles. I will never ever
That's
watch
because you can't read.
a movie with it. But I
You
feel
are you uncultured fuck.
but I feel like it's extra work. Like somebody wanted me to watch Labyrinth or something. I think that has subtitles. And I got through.
How do you watch Inglorious Bastards?
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, Pan's Labyrinth. Thank you, Pan's Labyrinth.
German, right?
Oh no! Once the subtitle, I
Yeah.
get. It's like my anxiety goes up another level. Like you're making me
Yeah,
read.
it's taken away from me. Looking
Really?
At the scenes.
Kid
Look,
can't even
He
read.
dropped out of school for a reason.
I can.
I get it.
I can suspend the disbelief enough to know that to think that Smeagol is a real character. Why can't I suspend disbelief to realize that this person who's a foreign person knows how to speak English? Just,
Sure.
Because
No, I
there's a
get-
film
I'm
talking
okay
in their native tongue.
Yeah.
We'll
fuck
just
that.
get rid of that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can't understand you.
This is the real world. This
Back
isn't
to your
Star Trek where
country.
aliens automatically speak English.
It should all be that way.
Con.
Sean, take it away.
All right, well, we're going to let you guys know that today's show is brought to you by Alternate Dimension Toys. Stop in today for the largest collection of toys, collectibles, and Funko Pop figures.
Figures.
Figures. that's
Who would have thought of figures?
We're going to get
Yo, do you see-
right...
yo, hold on.
No!
Hold
on! No! No, we didn't see that! Christ, I got a barbecue to get to, you know?
You ain't going to no barbecue. Tell your family to play this barbecue, show right now. This is barbecue. This is barbecue talk. This is cookout talk. Shut the f*** up. Tell your family.
That's what I said for my barbecue when we did
Tell-
a BTG.
You should tell your family right now. Listen, you want me there? You better put my show on a goddamn Bluetooth speaker. And better listen and recognize. And when I tell you to call in at 856-345-9988, you better fucking give me something.
Sean,
Well, the phones aren't working.
Sean, just
yeah, that's
Sean, just so you know, I tried.
Oh, thanks.
I tried.
I appreciate it.
Brown
All right,
nosing.
well,
I'm
we're
brown
going to
nosing.
gloss
Yeah, do
over
you see
whatever
my-
Bill was just saying.
You see my thigh that I'm
No,
showing
didn't
on the
see that.
Facebook Live video? Look at
We're
that.
going to get into this week's TV buzz. We're going to highlight the biggest news stories that are in the world of television. So let's get right into it, Bill. Bill, I want you to read this first one.
Oh, hold on. Let me get back to the show
Oh,
notes.
Jesus
Christ.
This is what happens when we do a show on Saturday.
This is a Saturday. Cheers to a Saturday show.
Let's do a quick cheers.
There it
Here,
is.
here.
To a Saturday show.
All right, to Saturday. All right. So, fans of Curb Your Enthusiasm will be ecstatic to learn that the long-awaited season 9er will finally premiere on October the 1st, according to video put out on YouTube by HBO.
Thank Christ.
Finally.
Oh, my God.
I'm excited about this.
Oh, how many years is it? It's been like 4 years at
Dude,
least.
Larry David.
What was it,
is
2013 when the,
fucking filthy.
when the last one came out, probably. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, we're in desperate need of.
Gotta
more
get in that
Larry
ass,
lives.
Larry. Get in that ass.
could,
You gotta
Larry.
step in, put yourself inside, eat some Snickers bars, get some trash, throw some trash around, and then you step out the ass.
You could, Larry. Yeah, we definitely need more
Could-a-la.
Larry in our lives. Yeah, just a couple short months until October arrives, which is my birthday month, by the way. So it'll be an early birthday present for me, getting more Curb. Any other opinions on that one?
Nah,
Mike?
these guys ain't
Mike, you got
fucking-
nothing to say now?
I got no. Actually,
All right, moving
because
on.
real fast because Mr. Bill over here brought up my work. I've got coworkers hitting me up, going, "Who's Barbara?"
Barbara's the lady. Barbara is the lady who just got fired. As of Tuesday morning.
Yeah, sorry, Barbara.
Sorry about
Effective managers fire people.
Tell
on
me you don't
Tuesday.
need to worry about who she is,
Don't-
because
don't
she's
have to-
gone.
She's gone. She can't sold her shit.
She dead.
I am Trump, and you are fired.
Listen, you're gone. You're fired. I love you, but you're gone. I have to depart now.
All right. Well, I got a terrible story to read here.
Uh-oh,
This next one.
We don't like terrible stories.
Well,
Fake.
just brace yourself then, because the cast of Jersey Shore are reportedly reuniting for a new reunion show, as the female cast members were spotted on the Asbury Park boardwalk recently. MTV reps have said that they are not part of the project, but production company Bright Road Productions has applied for a filming permit under the name Road Trip Reunion.
Stink.
Mike, what do you think about a Jersey Shore reunion, as we are in Jersey right now?
I actually, and I hated the show when it was on, I love the train wreck that it was.
Yeah, it's a car.
It was more the train wreck that came from the show
Right.
that you enjoyed. You know, watching whatever her name was get punched at the bar because she was being just a bitch.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff.
Snooky wants snoo.
I'm actually for this. You know why? I forget how long ago it was that Jersey Shore was a show.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was about
Really? No.
It's
About that.
I love the kind of reunion things like this that like what are we know that Snooki had a kid and she's trying to be like a mother now because we were all young and stupid and drinking. Some of us still do it.
Snooki still looks like a fire hydrant and a thong, by the way.
I want to put them. I want to put them all in a house, like in great MTV style with lots of unlimited liquor, and see what happens. This far down the road, if the ability to fall back to their old ways comes through. So it sparks my curiosity a little bit, even though I have a special hatred for that show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my hatred runs deep for that show, especially when this show was in their peak. Was the first time I went to Vegas, and we're in Vegas, so me and my ex's brother decided to go to a jewelry store because I wanted to buy a nice present for my ex. Did pretty good at the tables during the vacation. So I went to buy her a nice little tennis bracelet or something.
I guess you bought the wrong thing.
Well, no, I bought the right thing because we were still together another 6 years after that. But when we're in the jewelry store and I show the lady my ID, she's like, "Oh, you're from Jersey, the Jersey Shore type crowd." I'm like,
Jesus.
"Fuck you, bitch! I do not talk like that." Because that literally ruined any credibility anybody from South Jersey had because everybody thought everybody for Jersey was that New York crowd.
I'm fine
and
with that,
it pissed me off because it ruined my image across the country.
Well, we all know you're pieces of shit. I mean, we're from Pennsylvania, so at least we got a leg up.
Hell
Yes, but I like to think us down south in the Philly area are a little bit more classier than
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Ham.
I jerk off with a pinky out, all right?
Whoa, that took a weird turn.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh shit, I gotta add that one.
No, you don't know.
How do you not have that
I
in
knew
there
I was
permanently?
missing something. You know why? Because it's not under our audio bed. I forget who.
I'll just do it.
No, it is. It is.
Wow,
Type
you
it
have
in.
control.
I know.
You are the key master.
See, it's
You're
And I am the gatekeeper.
I miss that guy.
Apparently, we're looking for the keymaster.
I miss.
well,
that.
as I'm queuing this up, Bill, read our next story.
right.
It's got a funny African name in it, and that's not racist.
All right, so you're really testing me here. You should probably actually be reading this one, but A Song of Ice and Fire, author George R.R. Martin and HBO are set to adapt sci-fi fantasy novel Who Fears Death to series.
Wow.
Told you I'd find it.
I just like how he doesn't care in the middle of the show. I'm like, no, I found it.
I
Just
found it.
let
I'm
you
gonna
know.
play it.
Just so you know.
So the book centers on a fictionalized post-apocalyptic version of the Sudan, where lead character Anna Swanu
Who?
Wow.
heads
Hey,
out to
what's that guy's name?
Wasn't he a character in Ace Ventura?
on yes on
Chicago. Come on, Bill. Get back to the story.
Be a professional. Be a professional, Bill. Be a professional.
Do it.
where lead character Anna Swanu heads out to defeat her father using her magical abilities. Listen, this is honestly a book, a novel, a series, an event that I'm absolutely looking forward to. It's going to be fantastic. George R.R. Martin, HBO, is fantasy to the nines. I'm gonna love it. Let's
as real quick as a side. I'm gonna sidebar here. We're talking about George R.R. Martin. If you've heard me talk or write about Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire, you know that I'm a book reader. I don't care for the show anymore, but I did watch the premiere episode of season 8, and it's disheartening to see how far astray the series has gone from the books. Like, it's just not even close. I mean, it's fine if you've only watched the show you've never, encountered the books.
But you do realize that we're at the point where the books haven't even been written yet.
I know, but
for this part of the series.
But even with all the lead-up stuff to where characters are winding up, it's just so far. From
I have
what
to
the
completely
actual
disagree
story
with.
is.
Well, with the story, like I understand you're the book reader, so
I can
and
read
everything that's distance.
I
I
read
know
them
there's
twice.
I know there's characters that aren't in the actual series.
Like Brienne winds up at the wall somehow. No, that doesn't happen.
But you got to admit, the way they opened up this season was fucking
that's
phenomenal.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's been almost a week, so if you're a fan and haven't watched it yet, and you're listening to the show, shame on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Belle Cooper's in the chat room. She says, no spoilers. I haven't seen it. I'm on episode 3 of season 1. Well, you better catch the fuck up.
You had plenty of time to catch up on this season.
Belle Cooper, do yourself.
I spent
favor
a weekend and caught up
put down
on
the TV remote and pick up a book and do yourself a favor because it's worlds better than anything you're going to see on that
Just drop
series.
all obligations you have.
I read
in
the
your
series
life.
twice within 7-8 months of finishing it the first starting the series, finishing it the first time, and rereading it. So
I did the same thing with Dragonlance novels.
Bill did the same thing with Cat in the Hat. So,
well, we all know how long it takes Bill to read a page.
Hey, Dr. Seuss is tricky with his rhymes.
I got it done. All right.
You dyslexic motherfucker.
But as far as this new HBO show, I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. Let's see. Moving along, the cast of Marvel's New Warriors has been revealed. Leading the series is Squirrel Girl is the AT&T girl from the commercials. Melania Weintraub as Squirrel Girl. Derek
That's
Feller,
her name?
Her name's Melania?
Melania Weintraub.
Is she a Trump?
No,
Listen,
Weintraub.
my daughter, Melania Weintraub, from the AT&T commercials, you might know her.
She has a nice ass, I gotta say.
Oh, you've seen her ass?
She got a great ass.
She's got a phenomenal ass. The way she wears those khaki jeans in the commercials, just selling unlimited blends is what America wants. Unlimited.
Yeah.
Like-
We also have Derek Feller as Mr. Immortal, Jeremy Tardy as Night Thrasher, Calum Worth as Speedball, Matthew Moy as Microbe, and Kate Comer as Debris.
Are we gonna do some speedball after?
That's for the after show.
Yes.
I like Scooby Snacks.
Bill, I know that you're a giant Doctor Who fan, so read this next one.
Oh yeah, total Doctor Who fan. Go get me my fucking TARDIS.
TARDIS. Dude, I think I'm like the only person in existence has watched an episode of that.
I haven't watched an episode of it either, and it's not because I don't want to. I just haven't had time.
No, I haven't
to.
watched it either. I just know enough to get by to
Talk to geeks.
weasel my way in and
into
out
a
of,
conversation.
a conversation. Yeah. So, Attack the Block actress Jodie Whittaker has been named the 13th Doctor Who and the first ever female to don the mantle, reports the BBC. I've been excited to begin this epic journey with Chris and with every Whovian on this planet, Whittaker said. It's more than an honor to play the Doctor. It means remembering everyone I used to be while stepping forward to embrace everything the Doctor stands for. Hope. I can't wait.
Shut the f*** up.
Really don't care about Doctor Who. I could care less.
I never checked it out.
Wow, way to take 13 tries to get a female in there.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
This is the way I look at the Doctor Who thing, because I've been hearing a lot about it. Take any series with a leading man that is a staple of that series,
Right.
and change it with a female.
Well, they change
It's
them every
gonna-
time.
Yeah, not every
no,
time.
no.
There'll be a Doctor for a couple seasons, and
I-
then they change it.
I understand
It's not
it.
just
I-
one
Well, the
I-
show's been on for decades.
It has. Well, yeah, it started in the 70s, and they
Yeah.
stopped it for a while. Then they rebooted it.
Okay.
I understand they change
Don't
it
tell,
up, but at the
Casey
same
about
time,
this.
when you keep it a leading man and you change it to a female, it's not a sexist thing. It's just that's
It's
the
that's a
dynamic.
drastic change.
It's a dynamic.
This is
It's-
a
I've
Pat
related to-
Mahoney conversation. Right?
What I've related to is like when you have a classic like airplane, and then you come out with Soul Plane. It's not about being
What the fuck are you talking
They're
about?
similar in
Listen to
any
me.
kind
It's
of way.
similar.
Hold on, calm down. Let's hear
Listen
this
to
out.
me, because it's nothing about being racist. It's nothing about being a bigot. It's taking what you're used to. It's taking with the formula that made it great and changing it.
I'm going to make everything great.
You understand what I'm saying? Putting that spin on it that makes it not what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
will it work?
if I watch the show, I don't think I.
Will it
I don't
work?
watch the show.
possibly, but it's not. To me, it's not the same show anymore.
Well,
you have little boys and girls.
See, this is the thing. Like with Doctor Who, every time they go to a new doctor, it's a cycle that happens every single time. Right. It starts off with they made a great poor decision. The show's going to tank. And then it starts. It's like, all right, you know what? The first episode wasn't that bad. I'll give this new doctor a chance. By the time the first season's over, it's, oh my God, this is the best doctor ever. And then they go to a new doctor. It's, oh my God, this doctor's going to suck. It's a cycle that keeps going around and around and around.
There's something about changing it to a female. And I understand now it's more empowering to little girls. It's more empowering to women. And I understand that.
Kevin McCree's
but it
works into the lore of the Doctor Who timeline too, because the doctor goes through a regeneration every so many seasons. And you know, for him to actually turn into a female doctor, I think that's turning the series upside down on its head and paving a new way for new possible doctors in the future. I think it's a great thing for the show.
I like places.
So overall thoughts on if we actually did watch the show, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up, I guess.
Yeah, we'll give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Go ahead, ladies. Take over the Doctor Who.
Go ahead, ladies.
Speaking of ladies, Girls actress Lena Dunham has joined the cast of American Horror Story for the upcoming 7th season. Did you hear about this, Bill?
I did.
Over the weekend, actually yesterday, we got the title of the season revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, which was revealed as Cult.
And the trailer dropped.
We don't have to talk about
I'm going to
that.
talk about the trailer because it brings me pleasure to see your agony a little bit.
Oh, it's horrifying.
So, all right, so in total, Ryan Murphy style, after seeing people post fake news about American Horror Story for the past 8 months, thinking that it's going to be about Slender Man,
the election.
That would be a
the
great
election, KFC. All that kind of good stuff. Yeah, listen, the Colonel.
How great would it be? They're all working at KFC.
The Colonel is an evil biomedical doctor, right, who's trying to take over the world.
KFC,
right?
I know. Can we get some? Is there an intern here that can go get us KFC?
No, Juan is not here.
Go get us a bucket. No,
He's trying to tie his Velcro shoes.
So we actually got word that Twisty the Clown is going to be in this. And I would have to say, after seeing the teaser trailer with the cult of clowns,
yes, there's a lot of clowns in there.
I would have to say that
way too many clowns.
I would have to say that Twisty's origin probably came from whatever sample that we got.
Yes,
and somehow that might be a tie-in piece, because now that we know like all the seasons kind of tie in, that might tie back into what was it, season 4 with the circus freak show? Was that 4?
It might have been 5.
I think that's 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that. Then it was Hotel.
Yeah, Hotel was 6, and that was right after.
Or no, Bill, you're right. It was that.
Hotel.
Hotel was 5. Then
exactly. Yeah.
The Rowan.
Listen, I was right. Yeah. Not fake news.
You get one right every now and then.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for the clowns.
Everybody gets one.
So Sean,
mortally terrified.
Sean hates.
Do you really?
Oh my God.
Really? You're one of those guys?
Yes, I'm one of those.
So
guys.
you're.
I'm about to take your man card. No man should be afraid.
So you are not a fan of Insane Clown Posse?
No, I mean their music sucks. So if you want to call it that.
Well, they do suck.
Your opinions suck.
Hey, that's why I'm in the captain's chair.
We're gonna mute your fucking mic in 2 seconds. All right, DJ.
Well, that's why I should have said his opinions, not the show.
I was sitting at the lunchroom.
Our opinions are part of the show.
I was sitting at the lunchroom at work, and one of the other supervisors, Denise, was sitting there, and she was watching.
She's a juggalo,
and I didn't actually.
She's a juggalo.
I don't think she is, but she was watching it, and like I didn't know what she was watching, but her expression on her face, she was getting so excited. She's like, "Oh yes, oh yeah," and I'm like, "What are you watching on your phone while we're eating our lunch?"
Denise, you're fired.
I thought she was watching porn for a second. You're
is this
fired.
Barbara?
No, this is Denise, and she turned around, showed me, and right away, as soon as I saw the choreographed dancing of the clowns, I was sold. I was like, okay, I definitely got to check this out. I'm in 100%.
I nearly pooed my pants.
I'm excited to see how this plays into.
By the way, Denise is in the chat room on the Facebook Live.
Hey, Denise!
She just wrote, "I am not a capitalized not. I am not a juggalette."
I thought they were juggahoos.
Oh,
I thought that's what they were
Juggahoo.
called.
Most of them, yes, are juggahoos.
That's what I thought they were called.
They're called.
Listen, starting Monday at Algon Corporation, all juggalos, you're fired. I'm sorry. I don't have time for you or your face paint or whatever whatever thing you're trying to push. I don't want it. I don't want your pampered chef baking stones. Get out of
Denise
here.
here at Toxic, we love you. Bless
This is the first actual television show trailer that has got me really excited. I have a weird obsession.
Boner excited?
Almost close.
All right.
I have a weird obsession.
He got a half a chub.
With clowns like it and all that kind of stuff. Like I have this weird thing with that.
Well, I gotta say then, this next news to you, coming to you, it might not be boner worthy.
Oh.
So Marvel's Iron Fist has been renewed for a second season on Netflix.
Good, because I enjoyed it.
The news came during the San Diego Comic-Con panel where the Marvel TV's Jeff Loeb hinted at Luke Cage's Misty Knight would be appearing. Also announced was the new showrunner for season 2 in Raven Metzner. So, you know how I feel about this fucking non-expressive eyebrow motherfucker playing Iron Fist.
If you went up to him for an autograph, would you ask him to sign it non-expressive?
Because I don't even remember. I don't even commit his name to memory at this point. I just know him as non-expressive eyebrows because he's got these fucking slanted ass eyebrows that all throughout the show just fucking. Act, bro. Can you act with your face? Like, can you show me something that's just not like an inquisitive?
Well, he has reflexes like a cat, so his facial expressions are going to be that of a cat.
He was so reflexive in the show. Get out.
It's all in the reflexes.
Oh, that's great.
I mildly enjoyed this show, but I didn't enjoy him as the actor.
I could disagree with you. That was my second favorite of the Netflix.
Well,
series
when
of
in
the
Rome.
Defenders.
When in Rome.
Indeed.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
I liked it more for the honestly, I liked it for the way that it was shot, the cinematography of everything in the fight season. That's why I put it so high.
How did you enjoy Ward Meacham and the whole Meacham family?
I never said I really liked the story or the dialogue, but the action scenes, the fighting scenes, that's what put it up for me, and that's what put Daredevil at my top, is because of the way they shoot the fighting scenes, and it's not, overpowering like Luke Cage or Jessica Jones and stuff like that. That's what I enjoyed about those two and why they're my top Netflix series.
Now, as we're getting the news of a second season of Iron Fist, there was a trailer drop for the first season of The Defenders coming up very soon. Bill, give me your take on what you thought of that trailer.
I'm not like too familiar with The Defenders. I thought the trailer was pretty neat. It's got the typical Marvel storyline where, you got a bunch of people with, a lot of differences, but then a lot of similarities as far as, their powers and their struggles and stuff like that. And ultimately, you can kind of tell that it's going to be typical Marvel pattern where, they're going to have to come together, deal through their own battles and work together in order to fight a greater good. So, I mean, that with the crossover of...
Don't you mean fight for a greater good? Not fight the greater good.
You're gonna fight the greater good. You're gonna fight the power. Black Panther.
They're going rogue. Actually, it's a complete spin.
To fight the greater good. Shut the
Matt
fuck
Gaming.
up.
Point to Sean again. He's on point.
Seeing that crossover with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It will happen.
Yeah,
Eventually it will.
It's going to happen.
I really enjoyed some of the other characters that we did get to see. Elektra's back. She's going to be looking to be one of the bads of the season. We got Sigourney Weaver in there, her character. We got some shots of Madame Gao coming back, leader of the Hand.
Madame Gao.
Madame Gao.
I like Madame Gao. I like her character.
From the Hall H panel from San Diego Comic-Con today, they also had John Bernthal as the Punisher come out and introduce that clip and excuse me, show a little clip of the Punisher series itself, and it does sound like he is going to appear at some point during the Defenders.
I hope so.
It would only make sense.
His portrayal of the Punisher in Daredevil was fucking perfect. And I think that's gonna take Daredevil as my top Netflix Marvel show. I'm hoping it will because I have such high aspirations.
Yeah,
for
when that series drops, it's gonna be just a bloodbath. It's gonna be insane, and I can't wait for it.
Especially if he gets his hands on that ammo, the Judas ammo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they tease that. No, was that Luke Cage? They tease that in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of good things coming from the Marvel Netflix series. Definitely looking forward to both Defenders and The Punisher. But for now, we are going to flip our script, and we're going to change the focus to the film world. Bill, sad one here. I did mention that we had a couple of deaths to note.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with one here. The godfather of the zombie film genre, George Romero, passed away at the age of 77 following his battle with lung cancer. Also, actor John Hurd, best known as Peter McAllister from the Home Alone franchise, also passed away at the age of 72 after being found in a hotel room while recovering from back surgery.
Oh my God.
And I didn't note this on here, but also Oscar-winning, I think he won Oscars, Martin Landau actually passed away earlier this week, too. Not to mention Chester Benningfield from Lincoln
Bennington.
Park. Bennington. What did I say? Benningfield?
Benningfield.
Bennington. Yeah, so we had a lot of
other than Chester, I mean, 70's still kind of young, but it's a pretty good life. You've lived pretty long. I mean, if you get to 70, you've accomplished what you're going to accomplish.
Right.
That's a lot more than they expected.
Do you really
want to
go to like 100, 105? Do you really
want
to?
My rule has always been I want to go before I start shitting my pants again.
Again, yeah,
you already do that.
You come into the world shitting your pants. You don't want to leave shitting your pants. All right, I got you.
Obviously, George Romero, he got his inspiration for the zombies from, voodoo stories and tales, things like that.
And he's local legend around here. Considering
the Monroeville Mall in Pittsburgh.
Right, considering the movies that he shot around here, he has such an impact on some of the towns up there.
The Living Dead franchise.
Yeah, so that's going to hit home with a lot of fans, and we'll have to see how that franchise continues to live up in his honor.
I don't think it should.
You know what?
Wow.
I think the Living Dead franchise should just end now. No more remakes, no nothing. It's because people are going to put their own spin on it, and everyone is going to fucking hate it.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
I actually don't agree with. I don't agree. I think it should live on. I think the spins will be fine. I think everybody has a different way to tell the story. I mean, I think it should live on.
And I think George Romero had a very simplistic approach to the whole Dead genre. That's why it's cult classic. That's why it stands out from everything that went after it.
Now, if one of his proteges, someone that learned under him and whatnot,
like a Padawan,
takes the reins of it,
Right.
Okay, I'll give it a chance. But if you're just going to give it to someone who directed one of the Resident Evil movies, I'm going to shoot myself.
Wow. Drastic.
So it's sad to see people that we followed or been aware of for a long period of time pass away. But as we get older, this is gonna just keep becoming more of a more.
Now that's a hairy thigh.
Oh, hopefully you're seeing that on the Facebook Live video.
By the way,
here.
for anybody,
No, Mike's head's actually blocking it. Oh, there you go.
I'm in my head. By the way, a little behind the Cinescape. For every show,
Cinescape.
For the Cinescape.
What is this?
Not only do we have great legs, but also Sean does the entire episode barefoot.
I do. I have no shoes on right now. I hate wearing shoes. There we go.
There we go. Hey yo, do you do that to
a
your
hippie
girl?
after my own heart?
Do you do that to the missus when you're home? You just put your foot up in the air. Hey yo,
Sure, yeah, why not? Throw it at her. Bill.
What is it, detachable?
I'll throw
He throws a shoe, honestly.
I'll throw a foot and a couple of toes at her.
Bill,
That's not your mother. That's a man, baby.
Read our next story. Yes.
No. All right. All right. So
Do it!
I love Shia
Do
LaBeouf.
it!
I do too. God damn it. He's just got to stop going to the jail. And
I have
a
a Shia LaBeouf clip to play later if we can get the
yeah,
going.
cue it up. All right.
All right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just plug yourself in and I can bring it up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not ready yet.
Not ready yet.
All
No,
right.
just letting you know that's all you have to do.
Yeah, it'll be muted over there. He'll follow the volumes.
Okay.
He's a professional,
Oh, all right.
even when he's drunk.
There's a reason
we're
why I'm lead
professional,
engineer.
yet we need to discuss this on air as if
Well, he never brought it up before we started the show, so
it's erotic. It's erotic. Just let it go.
Listen, I still think Grindr's a great idea.
Yeah, next Saturday, tune into the Grindr with
me and
DJ.
Grinding it up. All right. So last week, Tonight host John Oliver has joined the voice cast of the upcoming Lion King live-action remake. Oliver will be voicing the character of Zazu, Mufasa's advisor.
This is fucking great.
For the rest of your days, it's all problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. It means no worry.
No, stop playing.
Stop it.
I'm okay with this.
Are you?
Yes.
Do you even know who Zazu is?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a little blue toucan bird.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. I loved The Lion King when I was a kid, and I love John Oliver now. So, yeah, I'm okay with this.
This story came out of last weekend's D23 convention, the Disney version of their own Comic-Con.
Right.
So we have a couple more stories here that are Disney related from D23. The live-action remake of Aladdin has found various cast members, as Will Smith will be voicing the genie, actor Mina Massoud will be voicing Aladdin, and Power Rangers actress Naomi Scott will voice Princess Jasmine.
I'm on the fence with Will Smith doing Genie, just because
I'm a genie in a
Now, this really pisses me off to no end.
I think he's going to be great in the role.
I think he can be great.
I think
but trying to live up to Robin Williams' Genie,
I don't think he has to. I think it's going to be Will Smith.
Look at me. I'm over here. Robin Williams.
I'm biased on this because I was actually just discussing this.
You're bi?
A little bit. Just
hence why he likes Grindr.
Yeah, we figured that out on episode 21 when he showed us ladyboy dicks.
How much more tequila? How much more tequila are we gonna have? No, but I was
enough to make
discussing
mistakes.
this day where a lot of these celebrity deaths don't hit me very hard. The Robin Williams one did. I was a huge Robin Williams
Really left
fan.
you hanging, huh?
All the way back from the Popeye days. Shut up. All the way back from the Popeye days. Like, I've loved almost every. There's not a movie you could tell me.
Oh, look at me on Patch Adams.
And mention Robin Williams where I'm like, I did not like that film or that show or whatever. So
I'm Mork for Mork.
he's kind of sacred to me. So it's like for somebody else to be Genie.
I think it's going to be Will Smith having
I'm not
fun.
saying him. I'm not saying he won't do a good job.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I know he'll do a
won't
good
like
job.
it.
I
might like it, but it's
I
like,
have a high expectation. So does Mike.
You should go to Blockbuster Video and check out my movie, 1 hour photo.
Now, I feel the same way about the Jumanji remake, but from what I understand,
Stinks. This guy's all about Jumanji.
I mean, I'm not all about it.
Yeah, you're on
after
it.
seeing the trailer and knowing that they are going to reference Robin Williams' character in the movie with the hut that he used to live in when he was stuck in the game, I have a little bit more hope for the movie than I did.
Yo, what about this? All right, mind-blowing fucking theory right now.
Oh.
What if
Oh God.
Robin Williams' character,
That's
Alan,
professional.
was actually transported to the grid on Tron, and it's a crossover movie? Calling it here first. Tron, Jumanji, crossover.
Tron Janji.
2019. Get it. On the grid.
All right, well, we'll look for that in the theater nowhere.
It will be in the theater of Will's mind.
Yeah, there you go. We got one more Disney story here for you. The cast for the live-action Dumbo remake, directed by Tim Burton, includes Eva Green, Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, and Colin Farrell. The film has a March 29th, 2019 release date. So this is Batman 1989.
Pretty
Dumbo.
much, and I'm down with it.
But didn't we already do Dumbo Drop? Wasn't that
That's not the same thing.
How was it
Dumbo
not
Drop was military.
Danny Glover.
Wasn't there like some kind of Dumbo like live
Operation Dumbo? It wasn't Dumbo though. They just
that
they
was
called
Dumbo.
it Dumbo.
they're just capitalizing on having an elephant in the movie.
Yeah.
Then nobody went to see it.
Very true.
I mean, Dumbo was never really one that I really liked growing up. It was,
I was more of a
depressing.
It was a very
like Charlotte's
alcoholic
Web.
movie with the
Yeah.
pink elephants running around and shit.
I mean, it's similar to Charlotte's Web, where it was kind of like cute and everything. But at the same
Charlotte's
time,
Web
it
was
just-
awesome. Fuck you.
Wow, Jesus. Wow. Ow.
Here's a guy who likes Alex Webb a lot.
Over here, we go to guard it.
Over here, we're gonna go to Charles Webb. Well, look at that. Boop, boop, boop.
But you're absolutely correct, and I hate these cartoon movies that are like so depressing. It's like I'm watching a cartoon to watch some crazy shit like back in the day WB, or to watch some fun like Toy Story. Don't make me feel feelings when I'm watching a cartoon.
Right.
Like when they did the movie Up, and like the first 10 minutes, everybody in the theater's
kill
crying
yourself.
their eyes out.
You obviously are not an anime fan.
No, I'm not. No. Oh, I despise anime.
This is not an anime show.
I do not understand the anime.
No, it's so you can jerk off the cartoons.
No, that's
Moving along.
hentai.
Same difference. Here's a fun one. Director Quentin Tarantino has written a script for a movie based on the Manson family murders, which he will also direct. Though no official synopsis has been given, Bloody Disgusting is reporting that one of the stories centers around the Sharon Tate murder in 1969.
What better character than Charles Manson? The guy fucking hacked a swastika in his forehead, and if you watch any interview with like Diane Sawyer or anybody else, those are gold. Come on.
Gold,
Now, here's a moral quandary I'm going to throw out. Is this kind of a movie, especially with somebody who's still alive, a morally okay idea? Is it glamorizing what he did and giving him more power while taking, re-bringing up these...
Manson has been glorified for
I understand
decades
that,
by now.
As a society, that's what we do.
That's what we
It's
want.
sad, it sucks. It shouldn't be that
America,
way, but we do.
I mean,
It's just-
America is obsessed with the Manson family. No matter
any mass murderer to that magnitude that does anything, we all know them. We know the stories. They're documented all over the place. It's a thing.
Let me give you.
I mean, how
sad,
many
but
how
it
many
is.
clown murdering movies came out after Gacy?
Too many.
Exactly. So it's something that it's
so
sad but true. It's blatant. That's the way
nobody
it is.
better, I think, could have written it other than Tarantino.
So let me say that I think personally at this point the topic has lost its luster a little bit. It's not as recent, not so fresh. The people that lived during this time are starting to die off, and so a reminder of what these events were and what involved everything would actually be something that when you tell people that this is what was it was a true story for people this generation, they're going to be like, wow, this is something that it's a history lesson at the same time, which would be cool. And I mean, for me personally, like, I knew what happened and stuff like that. Like, I've seen some of the interviews and stuff like that, but like, this is not something that I ever really delved into. So to see a Tarantino take on the whole Manson murders and get that story would honestly, for me, would be a real cinematic treat, and to not glorify this guy, but to know what the story was and kind of see
now,
that
is it going to be like
deconstructed.
an actual depiction of what happened, or is it going to be like an Inglourious Bastards kind of treatment?
Tarantino always has that little bit of
eccentricism.
Yeah, a very eccentric flair. So
wow, that's a big one, dude.
So
Wow. The tequila hasn't gotten me yet.
well,
They're
you
still
better grab your
tied.
next shot then, pal. All right. Yeah, kinky, clinky.
I didn't know that was there. Apparently, Sean's the only sober one for this
Oh,
whole show.
no.
So he's gonna hate us all.
he's
I
driving
drank
my
5
car.
beers before we came.
So
Were you done with that one?
I was pretty much done with that. I was going to
Okay.
move on to the next topic,
Yeah,
but
read
that's
the
what I
next
was going to say. Is that I think Tarantino would be able to bring back the story a little bit and adapt it into a sense where it gives it a little bit of that cult status of a story that we know through history, but maybe not everybody truly knows.
Right.
So we get to go inside that house a little bit of horrors.
Two sides
That'll
of
be
the
neat.
coin here.
Yeah.
Couple ways to look at it.
But moving on, Goosebumps author R.L. Stein. R.L. Stein's Fear Street series is being adapted for a trilogy of feature films that'll be reportedly be shot back to back and released over a 3-month period in theaters, according to the Hollywood Reporter. No timetable for these films have been made available yet.
So this is like an interesting way that they're going to be doing this.
I kind of like it.
3 movie shot.
It'd be
back to
great if
back.
they were adapting Erie, Indiana to a.
Ooh.
Remember Erie, Indiana?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
an
I do
after-school
remember that.
special.
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
What do you keep pointing to the fucking camera for?
What are you waving to Denise?
Is the fucking Denise?
Can you not
So-
break down the fourth wall? Can we keep that?
We're gonna break.
You're the one who keeps looking at the camera, breaking it down.
Sean, we do got to report that Mike is apparently going to be meeting up with a
Ladyboy?
a ladyboy, or somebody of the other opposite
Maybe just a
gender
boy.
Oh, I'm not
afterwards.
meeting up with anybody.
My
I
God.
Is it
I've
Barbara? Is it Barbara?
Barbara might be coming out. I'm just
Fuck Barb.
Oh, if Jesse Spano was over, hopped up on caffeine pills, I would love it.
I thought you were going to say ketamine.
Hopped up on ketamine.
There's no hopped up on ketamine. It's just bleh.
Fucking
for
horse
anybody listening-
tranquilizers.
For anybody listening to this live and knows me, we will be doing a little bit of extra drinking back at my place after the show, a little after Cinescape party. And I've told people that they are invited.
Well, you didn't invite us.
Hey, I just got a compliment from my boss, by the way.
You guys
yeah?
get open
For what?
invites.
So my job, in the outside world, I'm a service technician.
Wait, your job, you use your hands a lot, right?
I do.
So it's a very hands-on job.
It is. That's
So
a
it's
hands-
No wonder why he's so handsy with
It's a
me in the studio.
So
His hand jobs are.
what I do is I go to different bars and restaurants in
Right.
Bucks and Montgomery counties, and I clean their beer lines and
All
fix any
right.
issues
So you
that they
provide
have.
a very valuable service
I
to
do.
us.
John,
I
bartenders.
haven't killed anybody.
Because there's nothing worse than getting a beer off tap and it being fucking sour.
So,
So
Bill,
John
this is a
Taffer
place,
would love you.
Oh yes, Bill. This is a place that you have frequented.
Yes.
Bernie's in Glenside.
I have,
My
yes.
boss is.
is there a
there.
dead guy in the corner? Please tell me there's a dead guy in the corner that
There is.
dances the reggae.
My
No,
boss
no.
is there right now. He
Right.
says the draft beer the draft beer at Bernie's in Glenside tastes delicious. Great job, fellas. This is one of the places.
Listen,
that I say.
one of the things I've heard about Bernie's and Glenside is nothing but fantastical things. Listen, the beer tap system is quite superior to other bars in the area. I won't name names, but listen, if you know who you are and you're disposing brown, gooey gunk through your beer systems, you know who you are. You need to get on the right page. Also, please, the chicken fingers, the panko chicken fingers with the fries are phenomenal. Bar none. Go to Bernie's and Glenside.
Their beer is always below 36 degrees.
This this might be off topic for you guys, but since you are in the beer industry or the bar industry, and your family's in the bar industry, have you watched Bar Rescue? And what are your opinions
I love
on
Bar Rescue.
What is your opinions
great
on
show.
Bar Rescue?
I think it's mostly scripted.
There's a lot of scripted parts there, yeah,
sure.
but they are actual bars and they do actual renovations of the bars, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a mixture of the two. But what are your thoughts?
I mean, a
on
lot
it?
of the times I can kind of side with the bar owners. I mean, if they're not complete pieces of shit, like trying to
Like that guy
incorporate-
with that fucking death metal bar that would
like,
have the abortion
if
on
you're trying to
stage.
incorporate new concepts and big ideas into a market that's not going to cater to, then obviously it's not going to succeed. And a lot of the bars that they do renovate on the show wind up going under, either because they're just not getting good business or because the concepts weren't working.
Right.
But if you're putting top-notch equipment and renovating the buildings to the nines, I mean, it can do nothing but help.
Most of the bar, like the like that pirate bar lady on Bar Rescue.
She's an idiot.
Yeah,
they
she
had a
she
young-
went back to her concept and then went
Yeah, and
under.
then they went under.
Well, did you
Most
see-
of them that go under don't stay true to Taffer's
Right.
Well,
things.
Did you see with the pirate one? They actually tore down the signs that
Right.
Bar
Yeah,
Rescue
and they,
had
like,
made,
burned it.
and they burned them on the beach and danced around in a circle, damning John Taffer and how horrible he. Like there's like
Listen,
a whole.
I'm gonna put Bar One
There was a
POS
whole
systems in
thing.
here, and I'm gonna stock you up with Kettle One, and it's gonna be fantastic. You're gonna serve nothing but the best liquors in town.
But John does go in there and he tries to he looks at it.
Right.
I know there's a lot of pomp and circumstance with
Right.
because you have to do it. It's for a TV show.
Right.
But when it all comes down to it, John, if you look at his background, has a lot of background, a lot of knowledge. He looks at it as a chess game, and he realizes in your area what
Right.
what will work and what won't. And I believe with that pirate bar, he said, "You're here."
Yeah,
You've
they
gotta
were
do-
in the middle of a corporate
Yeah,
area of a
you've
city.
got to do what works, and he changed them up. I would love to know once the cameras were all out and
Well,
the show was done filming, like the first meeting they had where it was like, "Arg, we want to go back." I just picture
Yeah, it did, and they went under.
I
after
just
that.
picture what's his name from Dodgeball, the pirate guy, just coming back with his pirate gear, like fuck this shit. Steve the pirate, like coming back.
But it's funny because when you think about that episode, it's kind of like as if you told everyone at the Renaissance Fair, like, hey, this is not cool anymore. Like, you need to do, this and change it up. And they're like, nah, fuck this. Like, I'm still a knight. I'm still a lord, and this is still the queen, and we're gonna like still march her around here and like be, royal as fuck. Like,
but how stupid of a bar owner who wants to have a pirate bar, which is
put
good.
it in the middle of a corporate area.
Exactly. I'm not saying a pirate bar is bad. We might one day go like, hey, fuck it, let's go to the pirate bar. You know what I mean? Because it's a niche thing. It's a funny thing.
But a pirate bar needs to be by a port area.
Yeah, why?
That's where it will succeed.
In the middle of a corporate.
Yeah. You want that corporate. That's your money maker right there,
dude. Unless you're gonna be Davy Jones's locker room in your pirate themed sports bar, it ain't fucking working. All right.
Right.
Yeah. And they actually do.
You like that
Denise
idea?
in the chat in the Facebook chat room.
She's still chatting. What? She ain't got fucking shit to do tonight, Denise.
Wow,
Come on.
wow! You're telling people to stop listening.
No,
to
I'm
the
not telling her
show.
to stop listening. I'm creating social media conflict that,
Is that what
creates
you are?
user engagement.
She would say,
"Listen, Donald Trump does it all the time. You're all worthless. I'm taking away social health care away from you. Fuck you. Listen, eat my dick. All right."
I love the fact that I was like, Denise has something to say, and he goes, "She's still listening." Like he was
Thank
shocked.
you, Denise. We love you.
I know, but anyway,
Denise, I can't even pronounce your last name, Valosir.
So she was saying they should do follow-up shows, and they actually do on Bar Rescue.
Yeah,
They
back
go
to the bar.
Back to the bar,
which is great.
Which
I
is
love
funny
it.
because they had one of the Bar Rescue guys who was pissed off come on the show, and apparently he ranted and told and cursed off John Taffer for like a half hour.
He did.
But they cut it down to like 2 or 4 minutes on the show, and you go back and you do research, and you find out that he went on his Facebook and said, they cut me all out and all this other stuff. Right. So it's kind of interesting.
And I don't know.
I
I love Bar Rescue. I love John Taffer.
That was great. I
Damon.
love you.
Matt Damon.
Basically, that was a
Matt
Matt
Damon.
Damon moment for
Matt
teachers.
Damon.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
DC's Shazam
Shazam!
is being touted as the next film in the development by The Hollywood Reporter
No.
with a 2018 production date.
Good, because
Shazam was
Shut
the
up.
Shaq thing,
not
thing,
done
right?
yet.
I thought you were done. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not done yet.
Okay.
The report also claims that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Black Adam will not be a part of the film.
Fuck!
Director David F. Sandberg has confirmed that he will be directing the film. Also announces that DC Warner Brothers are developing a Harley Quinn versus the Joker spinoff with Margot Robbie and Jared Leto set.
Good,
return.
because the way they portrayed them in Suicide Squad really pissed me off.
Yeah, that movie is awful.
But I don't think the whole movie was awful, but
Well, you'd be wrong.
the relationship between Harley and the Joker pissed me off.
Wrong.
Now, here's my whole take.
It's
on
okay
that.
to be wrong
Well,
according
this
to
is the-
Greg Gorey.
I like the soundtrack to this movie. It was really great.
The soundtrack was
Yeah,
but the way they portrayed Harley's and Joker's relationship in Suicide Squad was
Really?
horrible.
I
Yes.
thought it was.
No,
They
because
portrayed
they-
everything in that
I
movie
loved
was
it.
terrible.
No, here's my take on. Just let me say this real fast because when I first saw it, I hated it. Totally against it.
Hated it.
I watched the movie. I kind of fell in love, other than his teeth. But then I started researching more.
You don't like his
I
grill, bro?
I didn't, but then I researched.
You found
more.
out that he was
So
an abusive
this is-
asshole?
This is the great thing about these kind of movies that come out.
Yeah, he probably got
They
his
take
teeth
people
punched
like
out.
me who don't really know the comic book world, and we research it a little bit more. We find out what really happened or why this is that way. So first off, I didn't realize that with the Joker, throughout society, there's been different incarnations of the Joker. Either Jokers that just are Jokers, just about the joke, Jokers that are mentally ill, a la
Allah.
what's his name? What's his name that died?
Heath Ledger.
The Heath Ledger character, which was just watch the world burn. He didn't care about money. Then you have the one that was Margot Robbie and say his name
Jared
again.
Leto.
Jared Leto, where it was the gangster one. But this isn't new ideas. These were throughout the.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
reboot
new
the
ideas,
character,
but
yeah.
the-
These were throughout the character of Joker.
But-
so I respected it a little bit more that they took it actually.
I'm
from
fine
there.
with the way that they
So then-
portrayed him, but I just thought that he sucked.
So
Well,
then-
yeah, I
so
can't say that
I
he
thought he was
sucked.
great. And then with the teeth thing, understanding that it was later on in this when Batman is older, and that Batman knocked out his teeth.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that.
But I'm saying that's supposed to be the story.
That's the basic story. I like the fact that they gave him the tattoos because the one time you seen Joker actually shirtless in the comics, he was covered in tattoos. So I like that aspect of him.
Shredded, bro.
What I didn't like is the fact that the Joker would go out of his way to save Harley Quinn. He never did that in the animated series, in the comics. Period. He never went out of his way. So they portrayed it more of a love story between Joker and Harley, which upset me a lot because the Joker and Harley have a very abusive relationship, and that is portrayed in the comics.
They don't. Do still. No. There is a love-hate relationship. It is abusive, but he does have that moments of love.
No, he doesn't.
From my research,
that's the whole thing. He doesn't.
There's no moments of love.
No, it's an abusive boyfriend manipulating Harley, and that seems like periods of love.
I think that still is incorporated in the movie. I think that is. I love it. I would love to see a movie with just
the real Joker would never go out of his way to save Harley Quinn.
You know what? I'm gonna break the tie. Here's what we need: a Batman transition. Because despite conflicting reports, this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. I'm going to get to what happened at the Hall H panel today at Comic-Con. Yes. The Hollywood Reporter is reporting that Ben Affleck is likely out as Batman in the DCU, though contracted for Justice League and also a solo Batman film. All parties involved are said to be seeking a way for Affleck to exit the role. During today's panel, Affleck dispelled rumors, saying that he is, quote, all in and that he loves the role. So there's a lot of conflicting reports here going on about him staying on, him exiting. These rumors have been going on for months now.
They've been going on since he was announced to be the Batman in Batman vs. Superman.
But I found something very interesting today, as the Flash movie has been given a new title of Flashpoint. This is a way, if they do want to get rid of Ben Affleck as Batman, the Flashpoint storyline is a perfect way to do that. If you're familiar with the comic arc, or even if you watch the show on the CW, basically what Flashpoint is, Barry runs through time, alters events in the past, and then when he comes back to normal time, everything is different. So, him doing the same thing in the Flashpoint movie could alter the events of the overall DCEU, changing Ben Affleck to a completely different character. That way they may be able to recast.
I don't want that. I like Batfleck.
Batfleck?
I like Batfleck.
Yeah, Batfleck.
I'm sorry.
Farted.
I did.
Jesus.
No,
he farted on me earlier. But
Batfleck got so much flack before, and he really did a good job.
I thought he did a great job.
He's like the only good part of BVS.
Honestly, he was. But yeah, I don't want to see Ben Affleck leave as Batman. I thought he portrayed it great. The way with how old he is, going with that whole Dark Knight storyline in this DC cinematic universe. I love it.
Now, here's another thing that Bill and I were discussing before we left for the show. Yeah. So director Matt Reeves wants to do a Batman trilogy, and one of the things that he has talked about is doing like a crime noir detective spin on the character.
Kind of like Year One.
Right. So, Bill, going off of our discussion, what would you think about maybe either going back in time to recast Batman as a younger character?
Well, wherever they decide to possibly retcon from, from Flashpoint, if that's the case, we already got the from comic book to movie screen Tim Burton version of Batman. We got the little, even more zany Shoemaker version of Batman, bat nipples. The
bat nipples.
And then we got Nolan's Dark Knight series, which was really more that martial arts gritty. That was
based in real life.
Right, that was enjoyable. But we both discussed this. We want to see Batman get back to being that detective, that more street level type hero, and
back to the Arkham base, the way the Arkham games were.
Yeah, and really dealing with street level stuff. And I think that's where Batman is most safe, most contained. And even coming from the viewpoint of hearing the news about a Harley Quinn Joker movie, like they don't need to exist in a more larger Gotham City, in a more larger DC universe. They need to be contained on that street level with, you know, just regular shit going on that needs to be figured out. That's
where they got their fame.
That's where Batman is most enjoyable. And I was even saying that I don't even need Batman at this point. I would honestly rather opt for like a Nightwing, a Red Hood, take. And
I would too. Yeah.
And seeing more Bruce Wayne, being more of a mentor, maybe more of a benefactor to that mythos, and seeing how he could, help train and team up, and maybe he does suit up every now and then, but it's not his everyday MO.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that would help create more of a universe within itself. And
just keep Batman in the Justice League. And
no, I mean, honestly, I think the Justice League is too big for it. I mean, honestly, DC at this point, I feel is overshooting everything.
They are trying to catch up.
And
with
I mean,
Marvel.
the only reason why you keep Batman in it is now because Wonder Woman's been so successful, and if Aquaman does his shit,
he'll be successful.
And Green Lantern comes on board, and they get that right, you're gonna have to keep Batman in it. But honestly, I think there's no problem with going back and starting
doing
with
a Batman version of
element.
movies, like you said, with either Nightwing or Red Hood, or especially Red Hood, because they basically set up a Red Hood storyline in
Right.
Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
That would be great. I would rather them see that than a full Batman, Ben Affleck type movie. I don't want them to get rid of Affleck. I think he's great.
Bill,
I think he would be he's
to
perfect for that
piggyback
role.
off of what you just said,
Yeah.
there were a couple of other announcements during that DC panel at Comic-Con today. On top of the Flashpoint movie being announced, also announced were Green Lantern Corps, Justice League, Suicide Squad 2, The Batman, Batgirl, and Wonder Woman 2 all officially being put into
really
production.
not too excited for all of that.
You're not?
No, I really... I might get into Green Lantern, Justice League Dark. I mean, okay.
Now, we had watched...
Suicide Squad 2.
They had
stinks.
put...
If they do a Justice League Dark, I will be.
Well, they're doing an animated one, but now they're
Well,
apparently doing a live action
they
one,
already
too.
done an animated one. I've seen it. It's fucking great.
Now, Bill, they released the newest Justice League trailer online that you can find either at our Twitter or Facebook.
Right.
Apparently, and I didn't catch this while we had watched it. We only watched it the one time, but apparently there is a glimpse of the Green Lantern Corps in this movie. And
well, they do make
also-
mention too that there's no lanterns, there's no
Right.
Superman.
And Jason Momoa, who plays Aquaman, did release a picture on his own Instagram that has the main Justice League cast that we've seen, also with Green Lantern in the background. So foreshadowing.
Don't fuck this up.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get any worse than the Ryan Reynolds travesty of 2012.
Yeah. All right, I got a question for you guys, real quick.
No.
At the end of Batman vs Superman, what do you make of that one fighter jet flying off at the end? At the end of Batman vs Superman, when those fighter jets fly over the funeral procession for Superman, one fighter jet flies off out of formation. And the way I see it, that's
Green Lantern.
That's Hal Jordan flying off because he's seen something shoot out of the sky and he's going to get
Maybe
it.
it was
Yeah,
that.
might, but in typical ceremonies of military like that, that's more of a significance that this is a person that fought with like a squadron or with a group of people, and
Right,
but hold on, that's very typical of military ceremonies where
One just
you have
flies off and goes rogue.
because it's not going rogue. It's that person did pass and that they're no longer with their peers. So it's not. I mean, you could always look into it, but it's.
I honestly think that's supposed to be Hal Jordan.
I don't know. I think that's booty.
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 So
Bougie.
before we finish up our stories here, we do have the Marvel panel coming up later tonight. It's 10 after 7 right now on the East Coast. Their panel starts at 8:30 East Coast time, 5:30 West Coast time. So we're not going to be able to talk to you about what is shown there today. But if you are a subscriber to our Facebook or Twitter, we will be putting all that information up that is made available when it is, and we can talk about it for sure on our next show. I know personally I'm hoping that we get to see the Infinity War teaser that was shown last weekend at D23. Just quickly,
I hope we get to see that too.
A synopsis that was put out for what was actually shown. They show Thor meeting the Guardians initially,
right?
Some quippy jokes from Star-Lord back and forth, and then they show Thanos breaking apart a moon with the gauntlet and throwing it at the Avengers in space. So when we actually do get to see that footage,
I thought it was a planet, not a moon, but either way,
a moon, either
either way, it's
whatever
phenomenal.
Celestial body they want to put in there. It's going to be something incredible. But
I'm excited for that, man.
Oh God, yeah.
When I read that synopsis, I'm like, oh my God, why can we not see this?
Yeah. In terms of other Marvel things that we have seen this weekend, again on our Facebook and Twitter, they've been putting out different posters that they're giving out at Comic-Con for Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, different things. So make sure you go over there, give us a like, a subscribe, and see all the cool things coming out of there. We just have two more flipping the script stories for you. Director Noah Hawley, who is the showrunner for Legion on FX, has announced that he is going to be developing a Doctor Doom movie for Fox. I think this sounds like a complete piece of dog shit. Bill, what do you think?
Yeah, I could care less about fucking Doctor Doom.
I mean, I enjoy Doctor Doom, but I don't want another Doctor Doom incarnation from Fox.
Listen, I don't want to get into this debate again because we all know Fantastic Four, the everything about it
sucks.
It's B-level shit. That's why if Marvel could get them back into the Marvel universe, into the cinematic universe.
Well, this solidifies another 7 years that it's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is that we already discussed that Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, they're B-level characters.
Doctor
Doom is not a B-level character.
Dude.
Nah, he's not.
Well, he's a fucking B-level villain that fights a B-level fucking.
He looked like he was
superhero
wearing
team.
a trash bag in the last Fantastic Four movie, though. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whoa!
We got one more for you. Spawn director Todd McFarlane has announced, or creator Todd McFarlane has announced via his Facebook page that Blumhouse will be producing the new live-action reboot that has been in the works for years, which we will be writing and producing and directing.
I'm excited.
Yes, Spawn. I mean, let's venture back to 1992. Michael Jai White, Martin Sheen, John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo was the best part of that movie.
He's so
like
great
he
in
played
that
the
role.
Violator like no one else could, and I really
the Violator, let got him on.
I would love if they brought him back as a Violator for this
Spawn
reboot.
comics are actually the first ones that I can remember picking up as a kid. Me and my cousin were both really into them. You know, we had the action figures, we had the comics. So Spawn really holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah,
and
Spawn got me back into comic books. Like I left after the death of Superman. Like I stopped reading comics for a while, and then another buddy of mine introduced me to Spawn, and I fell in love.
But let's just talk. I mean, this is huge for Blumhouse Pictures.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Blumhouse
Oh, yeah.
Pictures. If you're not aware, Blumhouse Productions, basically their MO is low budget, horror movies that honestly have done very well in the theaters over the past few years. Most recently, Get Out.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the Insidious franchise, Split most recently with M. Night Shyamalan, Paranormal Activity, the Purge series. A lot of solid horror,
a lot of
coming out of
very suspenseful horror,
right? So
and not just a suspense movie.
So for me, I mean, breaking into the comic book genre with Spawn out of this production company, honestly has a lot of up value here, a lot to win here. Whoever is going to be, in the face of this franchise has a lot to win. And this production company is going to really reap a lot of benefits and make a name for themselves, already more so than they've already done.
Well, what I like about this is the way that Todd McFarlane expressed how he wants this movie to go, where you're not really going to see Spawn. He's more of a in the shadows character where you just kind of see his glowing eyes type thing.
And I mean,
this production company can make that so much better. I love that idea. I love the production company. I think this is going to be.
I think it's going to be less effects heavy than the original movie that we got.
Oh yeah, we're not going to get those
gritty,
effects.
Very gritty.
Yeah.
We're going to get that.
It's going to be a $5 million budget that winds up making
close to
$20 million. Well, like $20 million on opening.
It's going
weekend.
to be
Paranormal Activity did over 150.
It's going to be that very lights out type movie, which
Absolutely.
I love.
I did read that they didn't name any names, but they said multiple Academy Award actors and actresses are eyeing roles in the upcoming Spawn movie.
Very much so.
That's good news for the franchise. It's good news for a production company like Blumhouse.
I mean, this could be one of the first comic book movies that might win an award if it's done right.
If it's done right, yeah, it could definitely win an award.
I don't see that.
Well, an award other than
I think overall,
Razzie.
like a production company, especially like Blumhouse, that can produce high quality films on such a low budget and make money back, is going to be one of the pioneers that can start to get other big production companies to start decreasing their production budgets. That's going to in turn decrease movie tickets numbers or prices. These overinflated budgets, $200 million for this movie, they spend so much money on stupid little things that they really don't need to. So it's refreshing to see a company like Blumhouse only have to shell out a small amount of money for a big reward.
The same thing's happening in the video game industry right now. There's a video game right now that that's coming out it's an independent video game company that's looking to produce a AAA title with a very low budget, and the concept to me seems awesome. They're tackling a lot of psychosis and whatnot, and I think it's something very good for both industries to do. To start learning how to do something without a major budget.
It still smells like fucking farts over here. all I smell
well,
is
that's your fault, man. I thought everybody loves their own brand.
All I smell is my ass over here.
Well, speaking of strange smells, Bill, we're going to debut a brand new segment to close out our show here today. Are you ready for
why do
this
we need
one?
to close so early?
Well,
Mike's fucking hammered.
You do realize you've gone like an hour and 17 minutes.
DJ, do you realize you've talked like most of our show, right? Like we can filter out half the content is you, man.
Well,
Mike's half of my content.
Before we get into this new one, it's funny to see as we're approaching our first birthday coming up the beginning of September.
hang 10, bro.
When we had first started coming into the studio for our shows, Bill, you remember you and I were worried about not being able to fill an hour with the content that we had.
Right.
And now, Mike's beating us away with brooms on the doorstep to get us out of here.
I got to go pick up my mom, and we got to go to Home Goods, and I got shit to do.
That's on Sundays.
I got to make burnt toast and fucking runny-ass eggs.
Look,
all I got is styrofoam fucking plates. Come on, bro. Put it on. It's a porcelain, baby.
You want to break down the fourth wall.
Oh!
You want to break down the fourth
Yeah,
wall.
break the wall.
All right.
Break the wall down.
Your mic went out.
Anyway, if you want to break down the fourth wall,
Break the wall down.
I didn't bring any hard alcohol because I was like, I got to pace myself for this. But Mr. Tazi over here brought tequila,
asshole,
and I never drink tequila. So right now, if you're sitting there wondering why Toxic Mike has gone silent for the
Toxic Mike is
second half of this show, is because Toxic Mike is drunk. Oh. I am gone.
Well, speaking of gone, you know who else was gone? Shia LaBeouf recently.
That's
a great segue, wasn't it? Police footage from Shia LaBeouf's most recent arrest for disorderly conduct, obstruction, and public intoxication shows the actor threatening a police officer during his profanity-filled rant, which I am going to play for you right now. Are you ready for this shit?
Go for it.
I'm going to preface it. I don't know if he's just shit talking or trying to freestyle rap in this thing at one point. It's terrible.
I've heard this. There's a part where he blames it on the fact that he is white.
He definitely is white. Let's hear what Shia had to say.
Shia.
Because you're a fucking bitch to the end of your days, and you live that legacy. That's what you signed up for, bitch-made whore. If I have my gun, I'll blow your shit up.
They just threatened a cop with a gun.
So you got your shit, you do nothing. Except what, homie? Whore, fucking bitch, coward, fuck you and your legacy.
Is this my
you got
future?
A kid? Hoso. Hoso so he can know what the fuck no-so is going. You're a bitch. For leagues.
For leagues, he
Not
says.
for years. A bitch for leagues. You're a pirate bitch.
That's my favorite part. You're a pirate bitch.
I see turtles.
You put a white man in a pen for what, you fucking bitch? For asking for a black man for a cigarette? That's your own country. I pay my taxes, you dumb bitch. You about to meet my lawyer, and you made this trip for nothing.
Yeah, the cop groaning in the
You
background.
feel like a stupid, slimy whore.
Slimy whore.
I love Shia LaBeouf.
Fucking coward.
If we could
we
ever
get-
get him
I was about
as a
to
guest
Yes!
on the show,
We,
it would be
yes!
incredible.
We can definitely get him as a guest. I can almost guarantee
Tell
that.
him we will give him alcohol.
There
tequila.
is a possibility that, listen, we might be able to get him on.
Look, I'll do my damnedest.
Listen, I was talking to to a guy. I'm not gonna mention.
Oh,
his
I
name.
know who you're talking about. Okay.
Said he was in the process of
Brenda?
trying to get Shia.
Really? Ooh.
So
Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Shia LaBeouf might be coming on the Cinescape
Dude.
talking about bullshit.
I would love that, man. I love Shia LaBeouf. I really do.
You know why you love Shia LaBeouf?
No, 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 no.
Wait, stop. Let me say this.
There's a name.
There's a bug on the
Steven's
wall.
fan.
There's a bug on the wall. Shia LaBeouf shows all of us, even at our worst,
Just do it.
that we could be a celebrity. That's what Shia LaBeouf does for us. He shows us that we are all pieces of shit. It wraps it all back around. Sean, you see that? Back to the beginning.
That's right.
Shia
Yeah,
LaBeouf
that's mine.
shows us that we're all pieces of shit, but even sometimes pieces of shit can shine.
And you know what?
Because you can polish a turd.
But he's actually a really good actor.
He really is.
He really
But
is when he wants to be.
That goes back to the whole thing. You can polish a turd.
He was great.
That's
in,
how we've lasted almost an entire year so
he was
far.
great in iRobot.
I got another weird one for you.
Weird. Do I get to read any?
All right, well, you read this one.
No, you read
So,
it.
Fuck you.
You read it.
All right, so
This is yours.
Kermit the Frog. voice
Ah!
actor
Oh, yeah.
Steve Whitmire's retiring, quote unquote, from the role.
Unquote.
After 27 years,
Recollect.
current puppeteer Matt Vogel will be taking on the role. So this is a story that I've been following closely, and there's been a lot of back and forth between.
Why have you been following the Kermit?
Because
story?
this shit gets wild. So
It's weird. Why?
So Steve Whitmire, the former Kermit,
He took over the job after Jim Henson died. Right?
did in 1990. So he allegedly has been forced out of the role for like inappropriate conduct on the set of Muppet production.
Kind of like the Elmo
I was
character.
about to say, didn't this happen with the Elmo guy?
Yes. So, they've been going back and forth. He's releasing statements. The Henson Company is releasing statements, like kind of bad-mouthing him, saying this, that, and the other. So, I mean...
There's a whole documentary about the Elmo guy that I believe it's on Netflix. It like starts off as like it's a heartwarming story where he started from nothing. He knew he wanted to do this. He became the guy from Elmo, and then at the end, it's like, yeah, but then it's like dun dun dun. We realized he was talking.
And it all happened right after the Elmo guy went on the Daily Show.
Yeah,
He was on the Daily Show as a guest a couple months later. Oh yeah, he's a child molester.
but the whole thing was like this whole story arc where it was like making you feel uplifted about this guy and you were rooting for him. It was so great. And then at the end you were like, that dude should die. Like it was a weird thing. So I'm guessing that might be this. That we're not saying it is, but it might be the same story with the Kermit guy.
I mean, I'm almost 31 now. Jeez, I'm almost 31.
Wow, you're
Bill, you're
Wow,
older
you're
than
young.
I. Yeah.
I'm
Compared
already,
to me and Mike.
I'm already
So-
32.
What are you talking about? I'm 27.
Yeah, these guys are 52.
I'm 27.
So I mean,
And
this
dog
guy
years.
has, for the most part, been the only Kermit the Frog
That we've
voice
known.
that I've ever heard
Yeah.
in my life. I don't
Yeah, he
remember
was
things
the
when I
Kermit on
4 and
Muppet
under.
Babies, right?
Puppy Monkey
I'm not
Baby?
Sure about that.
Puppy Monkey Baby.
I love
Monkey
Muppet
Baby.
Babies, by the way.
Muppet Babies was great, man.
Oh.
Watching that on Nick Jr. Every
The best was when
fucking-
they do the Star Wars
Yes!
shows. Yeah, that was great. Loved it.
Love it.
But I digress. Steve, hopefully you're not a creep and you've been ruining my childhood my entire life. Bill, read this next one. You know what I meant to be doing this entire time?
What?
Playing this. DJ, can you lower the volume a little bit there, Bill, as you read this story? Because this certainly deserves it.
CBS is partnering with the estate of Michael Jackson for Michael Jackson's Halloween, an hour-long animated special that will feature music from his extensive discography and an exciting voice cast. The special follows two millennials, Vincent and Victoria, who meet accidentally on Halloween night and find themselves, along with Ichabod the dog, at a mysterious hotel located at 777 Jackson Street called This Place Hotel, which is a reference to Jackson's 1980 song of the same name. Naturally, a magical adventure ensues the moment they enter, and it culminates with a dance finale featuring
With a dildo.
an animated king of pop. I know. Christine Baranski, Alan Cumming, George Eads, Brad Garrett, Lucy Liu, and Jim Parsons will also lend their voices to the event. Be sure to tune in this Friday night at 9 o'clock on Freeform. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's
don't
not
know.
this Friday.
Yeah, not this
I was
Friday.
going to say, it's not Halloween. Why are they doing it now?
Multiple Fridays away. I'm sorry.
So
Did we
this
forget about what Michael Jackson
this
does?
magical adventure with these kids showing up at a Michael Jackson hotel doesn't sound too good to me.
This sounds... this sounds like a pedophile's paradise.
Pedophile's Paradise is the next show.
Come on. This place.
We've been living most our lives living in a pedophile's paradise.
Get Weird Al on the fucking phone. Get him on the phone.
Welcome to this place.
Bill, I think
Are we all living in a bubble that doesn't remember what he did?
I think what we should do,
Allegedly.
like, have you ever gone on YouTube and watched like reaction videos of people watching like movie trailers and things? I think we should do like a reaction video to us sitting down and watching this special, and then after the fact doing a full-on like review.
We can
of
do
what
that
we
here.
thought.
We got the cameras where we can record it.
I think that's what
That's
needs
a
to
great
happen.
idea.
I think we should do it. So look for that this
Do you
Halloween.
remember the
Michael
time?
Jackson's Halloween.
When I fucked that kid.
Dude, too far. Too
Too
know
soon.
what?
Too soon.
Never mind. We're
Too
not
soon.
Too soon. He just did it last night.
You did what?
Oh, Jesus. Well, luckily, we only have one more story that Bill's going to read for us here. Bill, go ahead.
All right. During last week.
I meant to have this guy on the whole time.
During last weekend's D23 event, Mark Hamill revealed that the late Alec Guinness once slapped him on the set of Star Wars. Quote, I kept calling him Sir Alec over and over again, and one day he reached out, he tapped my face, and then boom! He slapped me pretty hard. And I went, what was that all about? Because I kept calling him Sir Alec, and he said, I want to be known by my name, not my accolade.
I mean, if Obi-Wan Kenobi slapped me in the face, I don't think I'd say two words about it.
Yeah, I would be like, thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah, seriously.
Let me just ask a quick question. Mike, were you groanfully annoyed by the way I just used my accent?
I hate that accent.
What if
It's like razor blades
So,
into my skull.
let me ask you something. So in this accent, let me ask you.
It's pretentious. I don't even know if that's a word.
pretentious.
Pretentious, that's it.
Pretentious. Exactly.
It's I don't even know my own language.
So let me ask you this. So let's say you got a fair young lady that's gonna come over to the Francolino crib.
Oh
tonight.
yeah, you know.
And if she were to have a name, what would her name be?
Emily.
Emily. So Emily comes over and she's she's wildly thrusting herself at you, right? You guys are sitting there on the couch on the sofa, and you're watching Netflix. You're watching Netflix and you're chilling. And next thing you know, your genitals are getting engorged, right? And,
All right. Yes.
And you make your way to you're making your move on one another, and
Right.
So she straddles you, right? She takes off your cargo
My
khaki.
pantaloons.
Yeah, she takes off your cargo khaki pants with your chain wallet and your toxic chain.
Oh my!
And she's she's like, "Oh wow, plaid boxes, wow, amazing," and
So original.
so
original.
so Emily looks past your plaid boxes and your stale sense of style and
Your stale
and she
sense
can
of style.
so she continues to straddle you and she says, "Michael, listen, I've got a strange request," and you're like, "Okay, babe," and she's like, I want to do this with you, but in an English accent." And you're like, okay.
Then I hope
I'm Toxic Mike, and I guess let's see how this plays out for the next 12 minutes.
Then I hope she's into choking, because I'm gonna choke her to the point where she can't say
Okay,
shit.
so let's say she's like, oh wow, your balls.
You sadist fuck.
Oh wow, your balls are enormous. Your balls are
How'd
the
you
biggest.
know?
He only has one. He sold the other one for $35,000.
Wow,
How'd you know?
Your
by
balls
the way?
are the biggest balls of them all. And she's like, could you at least manscape for us? For me?
I wish we had the AC/DC I Have Big Balls song queued up right now.
I've got big balls!
We can't put music on Facebook.
Where is this going?
So
I thought we were done this.
so-
We have 22 seconds.
So
just so you know.
so she's getting into it with you, right? And you're dry humping. Lots of humping. It's dry, right? It's dry, and you're continuing to put up with this English accent. At what point do you break? Do you hit your Pink Floyd wall and do you say, I can't go any longer? All in all, it's just a
Another dick with no
it's
balls.
just another dick with no balls.
There's certain.
At what point do you say, listen, I love you. You're amazing, Emily, with your English fetish. And you know what? All I got to say is I got to stop you right here. Because I want to only I hear you, Chick.
Just like every other man in existence, we will let certain things go when our little wee-wees are in that special place.
So you mean to tell me that your penis would turn a blind eye to a woman that wants to...
Until she starts yelling at him in the
Hold
English
on,
accent.
Hold on, DJ. I gotta finish.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
You mean
By the way, in the chat room on Facebook,
yes.
Denise wrote choking and then wrote a winky face.
Oh.
So
Wait, is Denise the one who's coming over tonight?
no, she's not.
Oh.
She could be.
She could be.
Hey, witches be
Denise,
witches.
If you
could
want to
be.
hang out with
If you
Mike
wanna hang
Franklino
out.
tonight,
If you want
And
to...
the Cinescape.
call the studio at
Listen.
856.
Listen, if
I'll
you...
turn the phone on right now.
Our lines are open at 856-345-9988.
The power of the P will make.
Power of Christ.
Oh, don't say P.
power-
I really got to go.
Okay, the power of the V will make the P do whatever it wants.
So you mean to tell me that if Denise was putting your penis into a chokehold?
Wow, we're going with this. Okay.
Okay. And
I would
she-
pay to see that, by the way.
Hey, listen. She's a sweet young lady, okay, and she does not deserve your attitude, okay. So you mean to tell me if your penis was put into a figure 4 leg lock by Denise, and she demanded only an English accent be used?
Look, here's the bottom line. I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you right now. Stop. The English accent disturbs me on such a fucking poureful level.
Why
That
so?
that
Is
British-
it because the Magna Carta was delivered in 1514?
He's racist.
If some girl, random girl, whatever,
You still deal with girls. That's your problem.
if she if she used it, it would be kind of a deal breaker. If that's the way that she chose
you should
to
keep that going.
voice herself during that time.
Hopefully, I don't get another copyright thing from YouTube for this one.
You probably will.
I
That's
doubt
why
it.
I'm surprised you're using it
Yeah.
right now.
I got one for the last trivia challenge we did.
So,
Party
so
of Five.
all,
song.
all I gotta say
Really?
is,
Yeah.
is
Party of Five's been off the air for how
Fucking
long?
Bodines. Yeah. they're-
Party of Five.
Are we closing out the show now?
Yeah, we're gonna close up. We are.
We might do one more.
No, we can do that post show.
Yeah, post show, please. 'cause
Let-
I really got
let
to pee,
Sean
so
do his
can we
job.
wrap up,
DJ's
please?
about
Let Sean do
to
his
soil
job.
himself over there.
Wondering where that was going. I apologize about that, Sean.
That's okay.
And I'm
That's quite
wasted.
all right. That's quite all right.
I'm feeling great.
I feel good too.
I'm not too fucked up. I'm in the zone.
Ooh, he's in the zone.
I'm in the zone.
The danger zone.
I went to the
Danger zone.
gotta get right into the
Danger zone.
All right, well, we
Fucking
are going to wrap
Merlin
it
died.
up. We are going to wrap it up.
Why are
here
we wrapping
tonight.
it up?
Because it's time to wrap it up, Bill. Wrap it up like a freaking condom, all right? We are going to get out of here.
Sailors wear condoms, baby. Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed our 24th episode
24.
in our first year of existence. 2-4. Yes, 2-4. We have a couple more shows coming up before our first birthday. What is that noise?
What is that? Can you turn the gain down?
What is what?
Ooh, there you go. Thank you.
What do you hear?
I don't know. It's
So,
falling
you know,
out.
we should do a quick rundown of thank yous in the chat room.
Yes.
Erica, Jubilee, Wallace, thank you for joining.
It's like X-Men?
Yeah. Denise, Valos, Sarah. Yeah, I guess good luck on your next Game of Thrones episode. I don't know. Whatever kind of name that is. You know, thank you to who else joined us today? Nick Radishewski.
Hey,
Whoa, hey,
Nicola.
Wow, way to take a day off and join us. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
Joe
asshole.
Beal, thanks for joining us today. I'm glad to know that your beer is fucking on point and you joined us. Great. Sean Ivy joined us for a little bit. Thank you. Whatever fucking losers that don't have shit to do on a Saturday around 7 o'clock, going on Facebook, joining us here, listening to some shit, getting into it. Oh, I fucking love you.
We also want to thank Alternate Dimension Toys for sponsoring this wonderful radio
Absolutely.
program that
Hopefully
you've
he's
been
got some
enjoying.
San Diego Comic-Con Funko toys.
Hopefully
for
it
us.
gives us some stuff for free. Andy, come on, man. We've been helping you out.
Come on, man.
For myself, Sean Harrigan, for Bill Tozzi, Mike Francolino, and DJ Rubin, we will see you guys again in 2 weeks. Have a good one.